what exactly is ChatGPT? The internet says that ChatGPT is a powerful artificial intelligence chatbot that uses natural language processing to engage in conversations with users. It can generate human-like text, such as articles and summaries. It can answer questions on a wide range of topics and complete tasks like summarizing content, translating languages, and generating creative content. And so, with that being said, Briana, Shiney, and I took it upon ourselves to ask it a very specific question. And let's just say the answers it gave us was jaw-dropping. 2 of us were motivated by the response, and 1 of us thinks that ChatGPT needs to mind its damn business and stay out of hers. After listening to this episode, will you be gutsy enough to ask ChatGPT the question that will literally hold up a mirror right in front of your face? Hi, I am your host, Lyanette Talley, and you are listening to Virago 24/7. Virago is Latin for female warrior, and 24/7 is for all day, every day. Virago 24/7 is a weekly podcast that brings diverse women together to talk about life and our experiences in this world. We share our views on self-love, mental health, marriage, children, friendships, and really anything that needs to be talked about. Here, you will find everyday growth, everyday healing with everyday warriors. Just give me my space to move. It's my thoughts, what I want, and I want what I want. Hello, hello. The gang's all here.
Hello.
What's up? What's
It's
up?
Friday.
What's up? What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
hey,
And
hey.
we're here together. Oh, I miss you, ladies.
I'm doing
Hi,
the shimmy.
Shiney. We have Shiney and Briana.
Hello.
Yes, we're back. I mean, it's been a while. So
How long
I've
has it
missed
been?
you.
Like 3 months?
No, I don't think that long. I don't know.
I feel like it's been like 4 years, but
And honestly, when we get together, it's so awesome.
it is
really
awesome.
is.
It is
It
awesome.
really is.
Because you know why? We're genuinely happy for each other.
Yeah.
And that is the only type of people we should be hanging out with.
Facts. No printer.
Facts.
I like that.
Facts. Wait, is that a young people?
Yeah,
thing?
Look
it
at
is.
her Riz.
I have a lot. So I've been told.
So how's everyone doing?
Good.
Good. I'm doing great.
Yes, you look great.
Thank you.
Little skinny mini, skin and bones. Starting to worry. I'm just kidding.
I've lost a little bit of weight.
No, you look fantastic.
Coming off a little bit slowly.
The new
That's the
hairdo.
way it should be.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, it prevents the stretch marks.
Yes. I already have enough stretch
I-
marks.
so-
I don't need more.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's better to go slow.
Yeah, it's slowing.
Yeah.
It's slow,
Yeah.
but I'm appreciating the journey. Anyways, I don't know. I need to come up with some kind of song. Highlights and hurdles. On Virago 24/7.
We do need to come up with an intro
I need
for that.
Justin to make some kind
Yeah,
of
we
song.
need
I
an
know,
intro
and
for that.
We'll work on it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind another feedback meeting just to someday.
All right, highlights and hurdles. Briana.
Highlight for me. No, I'll start with hurdle first. A hurdle for me, I think, is continuously anxiety and anxious thoughts. I'm trying to tame that and get that under control. I've got a couple of things that I'm going to do for that. So I think just motherhood in general and stuff comes with a lot of intrusive and anxious thoughts. And then a highlight, in about 3 weeks, I will have a full year of sobriety. I never thought that I could make it to a whole year without alcohol. So that's my biggest highlight. Honestly, one of my greatest achievements.
I would say we are so proud of you.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you.
Thank
Great.
you.
It's
I'm
a
honestly
big
really
deal.
proud of myself.
It's
I don't
such a
know.
big deal.
Yeah.
I love that
That's
for you.
a
It's a
wonderful
huge deal.
highlight,
I don't think I never thought that I could go a whole year without alcohol.
Isn't that like so empowering?
It is very empowering, especially in the position that I was in when I decided to stop drinking. I tried like 47 times to be sober and couldn't make it past 30 days, 60 days. So yes, it's incredibly empowering. Very thankful.
You are a badass.
I feel like a badass.
All right, Shani. Do you have highlights and hurdles?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Would you like to share?
I'm going to start with the hurdles too, like Bree did. My hurdle is May, and for me, April was also difficult, but April, May time of year is so insane. This morning, I've been up since early this morning, not really, haven't slept well. It's, I have a color coded calendar, even though I'm not type A. I'm type EFG LMNOP. But in that part, I have to be, and I feel as if I'm just running around. What is it called? Chicken with no head. Yeah. So I'm struggling with that. Of feeling very overwhelmed because my boys are going to Europe on Wednesday for over 3 weeks. Wow. And I don't hear from them. They don't call. Yeah, I know. They don't, that's just the policy, and it's something that they've worked on. So I'm not going to complain. I do respect their system. That's why I have to have social media and keep up with my kids. But, in order to not miss them so much and have my own life, I have planned to travel. So half the time I'm going to travel, and then the other half I'm going to work. I took on a second job. So that's another thing that I'm doing is I'm working 2 jobs. I work, I'm not around as much, but that made me recognize that I needed to cut back as well. It's a balance. I'm learning it from being a stay-at-home mom to a working mom. Mm-hmm. So that's my hurdle. My highlight is that I have the happiest I have been in ages. Aww. And I feel as if I feel like it's literally pouring out of me everywhere I go. And anywhere I go, even a stranger, if I like something that they're wearing, or I just want to say something that I feel just makes me feel good, I just say it, because life's too short. So you got something to say it.
I love that.
I love that too, Shiney. I love that too. That's awesome. Yeah. For me, don't get mad, but I don't know if I have a hurdle.
I'm leaving.
Please insert blowing raspberry.
Listen.
No, that's good. I'm
thought
happy
we were
you don't
here
have
to
a hurdle.
lift each other up.
I'm happy you don't have a hurdle.
Let me
We can
think.
tease you because that was a very Lyanette answer.
Okay, let me start with my highlights.
Okay.
And then maybe a hurdle might pop in.
No, we don't go searching for hurdles, honey.
Exactly. You know what? Let's keep it real.
No, my highlight is that I've been feeling really good and very zen. My word of the year is zen. And I don't know, I'm just not bothered by a lot of stuff. It's the best feeling. I don't know if it was the Puerto Rico trip where I just came back rejuvenated. I don't know. I just know that I feel really good. And if there are hurdles that have come my way, maybe I just haven't really acknowledged them. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That's amazing. Yeah. So
we're happy for you.
yeah.
I think that's I agree. I think, it reminds me as soon as you said that back in 2020 when the rest of the world is struggling in different ways, it comes and goes. Some people thought of it as a blessing. You're one of those few people.
Yes. Yeah. I was able to sit and really analyze some things. So I think that's why I like 2020, because it gave us permission to sit and be still. So I know some of us can't sit still, but I can.
What do you mean?
Me too. I think all of us. That's why we haven't seen each other.
No, I can sit still. You guys are saying
still.
Wait, say that again.
We were either busy or we were sitting still.
I know.
I can't sit still. I'm trying to learn how to sit still. It's funny because all week I work. As soon as I'm done with work, I go into mom mode. I'm like, as soon as I have a day with no work and without my kids, I'm just going to lay in my bed and not do shit for the whole day. And then that day comes and I'm like, I gotta clean. I gotta go get my kids. It's terrible.
No.
But I'm learning.
Lyanette, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you
Yeah.
doing? I said,
Yeah.
sitting still. You want to come sit still with me?
I'm like, I don't have plans this weekend. What
Do
are
you
you
have
and Dad
plans?
doing?
I'm like, we're just sitting on the deck. And you guys were praising like my skin tone because I sit on the deck and the sun shines on me. And that's why I'm browner than normal. And I love sitting still. I love it. Oh my gosh. That's my
Actually,
favorite thing ever.
That comes into play with the anxiety. One day I'll be
Yeah,
able
I don't feel
to.
guilty or anything.
Well, they say like even taking naps improves cardiovascular health.
And some people are so against naps thinking that, oh, it makes me lazy. I'm like, I don't care. If I fall asleep, I'll fall asleep.
I want a
I
nap
think
today.
that needs to be deleted. They're
Yeah.
lazy, that word in general.
Well, there are lazy people in this
Yes.
Of course there are, but
My ex-husband.
but just because you take a nap or because you sit outside and enjoy the sunshine,
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah. And maybe also because my kids are older, I get that privilege now.
Yeah.
'Cause it wasn't always like that. when
I'll
they were
know what
little.
that's
I
like.
know. One day,
One
girly
day.
girl.
One day. Today I want to take a nap if I get the chance, though.
So I gave everyone a homework assignment. And I got this. I listened to a morning radio show here. It's based out of Atlanta, but they're like syndicated. And they have a podcast. So if you don't like listen to it live, you get on there. But it's called The Burt Show. And they put out this, first of all, so we're stealing it from them. But first of all, I don't do technology. So when this whole AI, ChatGPT, and all this stuff came out, I'm just kind of like, okay, we're going to like lose our, like, kids are going to be able to use ChatGPT for papers and they're not going to use their brain and all these things, right? So I'm not a big fan. Never asked ChatGPT, not one damn thing. I know with the podcast, there's an AI feature that helps like write up the stuff. So the stuff that you read about the show, that's AI because I was tired of trying to come up with stuff. So I appreciate that. So the thing that I stole from the show is we have to ask ChatGPT a certain question. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. So I was driving and when I had a chance to sit down, I downloaded the app and I asked it the question. And I felt like it read me like a book. And how the hell do you know these things about me? ChatGPT.
Scary.
You think?
How they know.
Right? And then I'm like, well, anyways, we're going to read ours and we're going to read the questions. But I was blown away by mine, and it kind of inspired me to do something about it. So we've been chatting to the point where I need to name her. I need to give her a name because she's my
Lucinda.
friend. That sounds.
Camille.
The guys voted no to Camille. So yesterday I was
maybe
talking
mine
to
will be
Bree.
Camille.
I was talking to Bree and Philip and Khalil were on next to me. They're like, now Camille sounds weird. And first of all, why are you trying to name your Chat GPT? I'm
What
like,
about Demi?
because we're going to be besties.
Demi's
See,
cute.
I was thinking Patty immediately because
Patty,
it's called,
yours is Patty?
well, it's called Chat GPT, Chatty Patty.
Chatty Patty.
She's got a lot to say.
A
she
lot.
does.
Shiny, you weren't too keen on what she had to say about you, huh?
No, but
Let's get into it. Who wants to go first?
Chatty Patty.
Okay,
damn her.
so the question is, I'll say the question, and all of you can do it too, because this was quite fascinating. And ChatGPT, like I said, I'd never asked it a question ever. So for it to like know me intimately was kind of scary. So with everything you know about me, tell me uncomfortable truths I need to know and be brutally honest. And then I said, because I needed her to know who I am. My name is Lyanette Talley from Atlanta, Georgia, born in Puerto Rico. I have a podcast called Virago 24/7. And I'll go first
Yes.
because I ain't scared.
absolutely.
So then literally she just lays out this whole thing, right? And she says, and you guys can stop if you guys need me to elaborate. It says, thanks for trusting me with that, Lyanette. Since you asked for brutal honesty and uncomfortable truths, I'm going to keep it real and focus on helping you grow personally and professionally, especially in the context of who you are and what you're building with Virago 24/7. All right, you guys ready? Your story may, she starts off so rough. Your story may inspire, but it needs sharpening. You have a powerful backstory, Puerto Rican roots, Atlanta hustle, women-led podcast, but powerful doesn't always mean clear. If your message isn't razor sharp, people won't stick around. What exactly is Virago 24/7 about, and why should someone care? If you can't pitch it in 10 seconds with conviction, you've got work to do. Authenticity alone isn't a strategy. Being real is great, but authenticity without structure is noise. People don't just want you to be raw. They want transformation, insight, and value. Are you giving them that every episode, or are you hoping vulnerability alone will carry the show?
Yeah. That
Do you hear what she's saying to me?
She told you.
The audacity. I was like, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
As you say, right?
Yeah, that's good.
You might be playing small without realizing it. You have vision, but are you really backing it with action that stretches you? Are you reaching out to dream guests, pitching to media, monetizing smartly? Or are you waiting for your audience to grow before you act like a heavyweight? Maybe that's what I'm doing, Chatty. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting. Here's the truth. No one's coming to crown you. You've got to act like a brand worth betting on. Now.
Dang.
I like it though. She's straightforward.
You think? Very straightforward. There's more. But wait, there's more.
Someone like you, that's like Shazam.
She said, I'm just sitting back and doing nothing and waiting
like,
for
"Bitch,
things to
get to
happen.
work."
Yeah,
No,
bitch.
but
you can't
truly-
sit on your ass and wait for things
She's
to fall.
not wrong because
I know.
anytime you say that you have a podcast, you always say, "But I don't have a lot of followers." But I don't have.
Yeah, you do.
But no, not a lot of
I
people
downplay
listen.
it. I
Not
do
a lot of
downplay
people
it.
listen.
You never. And whenever I talk about, like, I'm really good at pumping up people.
You are.
I feel like the vibe you give off, because if you're in the same room, you're like, yeah,
I do.
you put in your shoulder. I feel like you give off that cowering thing, and there's nothing to do that.
Oh, she talks. She kind of does. She and indirectly talks about that.
Keep going.
Your consistency. Okay, I just muted myself. Your consistency will make or break you. If Virago 24/7 isn't dropping regularly, or if your messaging isn't cohesive across platforms, you're losing credibility. Every skipped episode, every post that doesn't align chips away at trust. Brutal truth, in today's content world, inconsistent is invisible.
Oh,
She called me invisible.
I am going to get up and go write that
down.
on. That's scary.
I know. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't because I'm like, she's so
She's not
right.
wrong.
She's so right. All right, we're winding down. Okay. There's probably a part of you that's still afraid of your own power.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you grew up being told to stay in line, not shine too bright, or wait your turn. That conditioning doesn't die easily. You've got a voice, but are you fully owning it or still looking for permission? And then she goes on to say, if any of these stings, it's because you know it's true on some level. The great news, you've got every tool you need to level up. Voice, purpose, roots, fire. But you've got to cut the excuses, refine the strategy, and move like the woman you keep telling others they can become. She literally dropped the mic. And then I was like, okay, let's stay away from Virago. And so I'm like, I asked her the same question, but I'm Lyanette with 3 kids and a husband. And she didn't care. She just focused on that. She's like, don't hide behind your kids. I won't read that part, but basically don't hide behind your kids. Like, oh, quote unquote, you're a busy mom. Like you need to work on yourself and work on this podcast. You're a host, act like one. You have a voice, pretty much like it would say. I was like, wow. And so yesterday, guess what I was doing? And then I asked her, you can ask, okay, help me. The strategy. Oh, she's still working on it. She said, give me 24 hours. I was asking her all the questions. Oh yeah. With so much.
Don't reveal that part.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not. That'll just be later. Oh, yeah. I'm not.
Bring it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to reveal that. But she gave me a ton of information. So I feel, even though she told me off, she did. She told me about myself. And it was holding up a mirror. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Incredibly accurate.
Like,
that's
how-
insane.
how would she know that?
And then talking about your past,
Yes.
like that in your voice, and
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh,
Don't shut. Yeah, that's the truth.
wow, that's crazy.
So
I didn't expect that.
You were ready to hear it.
I was. I was.
And receive it.
I was ready to receive it, and now I'm like energized.
You didn't get defensive, and you didn't. You
makes you clutch your pearls, though.
You didn't give excuses.
No, it's true. It's literally true. And how does she know that?
No,
She
literally.
listens to every episode.
That one part knocked my socks off.
Fast forward,
Which
About like your childhood and stuff.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Like, it's true. Like, I'm not consistent. I don't post. I don't.
You keep talking about like, oh, I don't have a lot of followers.
I just downplay a lot of things. So I'm rejuvenated. So here we go. Who wants to go next?
I can
But
go.
you guys, your faces.
I can go.
Like, what?
Well, that was scary good.
It was scary.
Honestly,
Good.
who tells you, Lyanette? You're usually the one telling us. I have to say, like with me and Brie, with our life.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been more of the advisor to us versus the other way around.
Actually, that's a good point, Shiney. That's a good point. I didn't think about it that way, that I'm a sounding board. But when the boys, aka my husband and Khalil, they saw me on ChatGPT. I had my laptop out there. They were making fun of me. They're like, oh. I'm like, guys, I don't have collaboration when it comes to the podcast. Yeah, people come on, but like, I'm the one that has to come up with ideas, and I'm the one that has to figure this out. So I don't have anybody to collaborate with. So she's going to be my new collaborator, because I need feedback, and I do need that.
And may I say, like, I think recognizing that is good. So going forward, we are a team. You know, you reached out to us specifically for a reason. So whatever you need help with in collaborating, use our strengths also. Like if you told me, Shine, I need you to line up 3 people, and then I come back and I meet with you and I say, these are the people that I think, and then you choose from that group, like stuff like that, like delegating to us, me and Brie would do anything that you asked us to do.
Yes, I would.
Oh, you guys are sweet. Thank
I
you.
would.
I'll do that.
I would. I'm your biggest fan. Okay.
You're so sweet. Tell me more. No. All right. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. So I said, with everything you know about me, tell me uncomfortable truths I need to know and be brutally honest. My name is Briana Deck. I'm divorced with 2 kids, 31 years old, single mom, suffer from anxiety, and sober from alcohol for almost 1 year.
She probably already knew all that.
Yeah. She said, thank you for trusting me, Briana. What follows comes from a place of honesty, not judgment. And the aim is growth, not guilt. Here are some uncomfortable truths based on what you shared. You still carry guilt for things you've already survived. Divorce, motherhood, addiction. You've been through fire and made it out. But part of you still believes you need to make up for it. That belief is a lie that keeps you small. You don't owe the penance for healing. Your anxiety may be trying to protect you, but it's also keeping you stuck. Anxiety tells you to stay safe, stay still, overthink everything, but staying safe is sometimes the most dangerous thing because it stops you from building the life you want. You don't need certainty before taking a step. Sobriety is amazing, but it's not the finish line. Quitting alcohol was a huge victory, but it's also just the beginning. Without alcohol, the emotions you use to numb are louder, and now you have to face them raw. That work is hard, but it's necessary. Avoiding it will only shift the addiction into new forms: overthinking, relationships, control, validation seeking. You may be confusing independence with isolation. You've had to be strong, maybe too strong, but there's a difference between being self-reliant and being unwilling to receive. Ask yourself, when was the last time you really let someone show up for you? Vulnerability is not weakness. It's the bridge to the love that we want. You might be using your kids as an excuse to avoid your own growth. It's easy to say, I'm too busy.
Wait,
Yeah, can you repeat that one more time?
Wait, say that out loud. Say it loud for the people in the back that didn't hear that, because you and I have conversations about this.
Yep.
Stop.
You might be using your kids as an excuse to avoid your own growth. It's easy to say, I'm too busy being a mom, and yes, you are doing a lot, but sometimes we hide behind responsibilities to avoid facing what scares us. You're not just a mom. You're still a woman with dreams, desires, and a future worth building. Your kids don't need a martyr. They need a whole, happy, inspired mother.
Oh girl. My gosh. Wait.
I agree.
Holy.
Isn't that crazy?
The martyr part?
Yeah.
You
Yes,
are a
you
martyr.
are. Yeah,
You
are.
act like a martyr, and I'm always telling
Yeah.
you, listen, we love our kids. We love them so much. But no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You
gotta stop that.
You
Pretty
do.
spot on.
Like extremely.
You're very
And the last part, yeah, very. The last part says, there is no timeline, but there is a clock. You don't have to have it all figured out by 31, but every day you delay your own healing or joy is a day you won't get back. You are not late, but you are in control. Waiting for the right time is a trap. You create the right time by starting now.
Oh, I love that for you.
I love it, but I'm wondering what she would have said if you didn't give us so many details. Like, I wonder.
Should I try it?
No, it's too late now. She already knows you. I was just
she already
curious.
knows you now.
But I think that was good. That was
No, I think
that
it's
was
great.
You doing, reflecting on the things that are. But going forward, like maybe what if you do this in 6 months again? Yeah. Say it's been 6 months since I spoke to you last. Mm-hmm. Something like that. Why don't we do that?
Oh, I like that.
Love that.
I like that a lot.
Let's do a sequel and see where we are.
In 6 months.
And we don't have to be at all the things they're asking us. We just have to be on that journey.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like that path.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the reasons. Once I read mine, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is accountability. This is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to read ours and we're going to hold each other accountable.
Yep.
Bree, I know there's a lot.
I think what stood out to me was like the hiding behind my kids. Yeah. I do hide behind my kids and I'm like, I can't do this. And I do feel undeserving of things. I think that my alcoholism and stuff and the part about making up for that, 1,000%. I feel that way every single day. And hiding behind my kids, I'm like, well, there are certain things I can't do. I can't relax because because I have kids. I can't date because I have kids. I can't, try and find my own happiness because my kids are a priority. So yeah, it was pretty spot on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's stuff that we talk about all the time. And I know, I'm older than you. So when I was your age, I wasn't thinking that way. Yeah. But so, far removed from being 31, I see things so differently. And I'm just like, wow, if she only knew that. Like you can still be a good mom and still do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Yeah.
I'm trying to learn that. It's so hard. Like that is the hardest thing in the whole world for me right now. I battle with that probably more than anything is separating the two. Anytime I want to do something for myself, it always goes back to my kids and how is this going to affect my kids? And even like the other night I went out and I hung out. My oldest is, well beyond the age where he's able to stay home alone. And I felt so guilty. And he kept telling me, he's like, Mom, go. I don't care. I like staying home alone. Go. But I just felt like so guilty. I went though.
May I say something about that?
Yeah.
I know we've talked about this. I feel like we've talked about this on the podcast, but for so long, because I'd heard it from so many parents that they say, especially during graduation time, they say, as long as my kid is happy, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it is completely wrong. It's the opposite. Mm-hmm. When our kids see us thriving, having our own life, genuinely, purely joyful, they rise up. Mm-hmm. Because they care and love us so wholly. Like innocent, pure love. They come into this world. Yes. And so when they see in their eyes, the most beautiful person that they love thriving, they will soar.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
So that's the way you need to look at it. Because you love them so much.
Yes, I do.
Like you gleam. Mm-hmm. Is that a word? Gleaming?
Beam.
Gleam, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Beam. I think gleaming.
Yeah. Gleam. You gleam. I gleam. I'm a gleamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I do love them very much. And it's funny because I feel like Maddox is starting to, I think he's picking up on it even more than I am. Like he'll encourage me to do things that I'm apprehensive about. And then something that was so special. He's a 12-year-old little boy, right? So like he doesn't give a shit what I'm doing and stuff like that. And he's with his father last night. He was with his dad. And I went out last night. I went on a date last night. And he texted me this morning randomly, like first thing this morning. He was like, hey, Mom, how was your date? And for some reason that melted my heart that my 12-year-old little boy was like following up on that. I thought that was really sweet. So I think he's starting to notice too. Like, maybe you should try and take care of yourself, Mom.
Well, and he wants you to be happy.
He does.
He really does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I like Chatty Patty.
All right.
Kathy.
So take one or two of those things and follow through.
It's eye-opening for sure.
And it doesn't matter how you and I, Lyanette, you and I think that Bree, because we're older than her, that we think that she's awesome, she's amazing, she should do all these things. She's got to recognize that.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's crazy is I feel like I do. Since my divorce, I think that I feel more confident than I have probably ever, to be honest, like physically and as far as like strength and independence goes. What holds me back is my anxiety. That is like my number one, which stems from OCD. But those two things are what hold me back. I feel confident. I'm smart as hell. I'm kind of cute too.
You already know where to start. You already know what you are cute.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's where you need to start.
Anxious, yeah. And then also like learning how to balance the two, how to balance being, especially as a single mom, how to balance the two, like make sure my kids are good, but also making sure that Briana is good too.
And I'm going to add, they are good.
Yeah.
They will be good.
Yeah.
And having that confidence. We put confidence in them that they can do. So whatever we tell our children, if we tell them they're the most magical, smartest, creative, wonderful people, that's what they'll be.
Right.
You're fine.
Thank you.
I think you're doing great.
And I think once you curb your anxiety and figure out like what's going to work for you, to curb those feelings, the whole kid thing, because that's what it's tied to with you and the boys, is that you're so anxious that you create all these scenarios in your mind that will probably never happen.
Right.
And but if you weren't so anxious and had those, those what are they called, the intrusive thoughts that you get, I think it all goes hand in hand, and that becomes better because then you're not going to be obsessing over them. And use them as your crutch.
I agree.
To curb your anxiety, because that's what's happening now. So
totally
I can't
agree.
wait to see like what that.
May I say something about that? I read this. So when we're sitting in anxiety or an anxious feeling, we're thinking in the future. We're predicting, we're being fortune tellers. We're not God, but that's what we're doing. When we're depressed, we're thinking in the past. We're thinking all these things that we should have done, all these things but what we need to be is in the present.
Yeah.
And that goes back to what Lyanette was saying, is that she felt like she was being still, but she really wasn't moving forward in doing what she needed to do, making plans in the present.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I love that. Shiny, it's your turn.
What you got,
What did
Shiny?
Chatty Patty tell you?
well, I felt as if she was a little harsh.
Okay.
And I will say that the information she has changed a little bit for me. So I think it's based on what I'm guessing all her research. So I like that you guys read it first. So I'm going to say the same thing. But I'll say it the way I did it. She gave me 5 points to work on. And my question was, from everything you know about me, please tell me uncomfortable truths, be brutally honest. My stomach growled.
I thought it was an airplane. All right. Okay.
The bubbles have landed. I want to work on myself, be more and more self-aware, and change my life. That's what I wrote.
Love it.
Yeah. So I didn't write anything personal. I just wrote that, which is the truth. So I'm gonna read one of the 5, and I'm wondering if I should do my harshest one.
Yes.
Wait, you're not going to read all of them?
Oh, I read all of mine.
You want to read all of them?
Oh, hell
read all
yeah.
of
I read
mine.
all of mine. I just didn't count it. I had 5 points too.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
same.
that.
Same.
Thank
Oh,
you.
no, I read the whole thing. No, we're reading the whole shebang.
Oh, okay.
We're not picking and choosing. We
Yeah,
want to hear
girl.
all of it.
Okay. I will be vulnerable. Okay. Number 1, you're holding on to the past too much. You've made incredible sacrifices for your family. Homeschooling your kids, stepping away from your medical path. But that pause.
Did you say anything about
Wait, can you hold up, wait a minute. Did you say that in your question?
Yeah.
No.
How the hell?
Nuh-uh.
I think it's because they know maybe they know my
pull.
LinkedIn, maybe they've seen my resume.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm
they've
like,
seen
did
my
I
cover
like
letter.
completely black out when you were asking the question?
That is scary.
So I did exactly what you said. Don't give any information. I didn't give any information because I'm a deep thinker. So when you said that project, and I love a homework assignment, I'm so nerdy. You know that. I'm always writing notes and whatever. So when you gave me an assignment, I took it seriously. I love an assignment.
When
by
I
the way.
first said Lyanette Talley, she said she didn't know me, and that's why I added the other stuff.
No, I think that's great.
But she knows about all of what?
Well, I write a lot also in my, I've been writing.
I know, but
I've been creating my own cookbook for like 20 years.
Oh my gosh. Okay, keep reading. That just blew my mind. That blew my mind.
She calls me out.
She's a psychic.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I'll go back to homeschooling your kids, stepping away from your medical path. But that pause may have turned into an identity crutch.
Oh.
You may say, I did it for them. That's what I say. That's what I say. But some of it might be fear. Fear of failing if you go back. Fear that you're too late. So true. Fear that you won't measure up anymore. The truth, that fear is costing you time and potential. You can't rewrite the past, but you're the only one who can decide not to stay stuck in it. Yeah, she called me out.
Wow, Shiney.
Because so many people think that about me, and I think I have a complex about it. Because a lot of the reason that I am not so forward about it is I needed to be on my timeline for the once in my life. I need to decide what I want for me, which I will discuss. I might have to be on a different podcast, but I've changed my vision for myself just in this time of working two different jobs. So I appreciated it.
I can relate to that, what it's saying though. Like, especially when you become a stay-at-home mom, that does become your excuse.
Your identity, right?
Yeah.
It's a safe excuse. Like we hide behind that.
Oh, 1,000%. Oh, the reason I didn't do this and this and this. Oh, I got married early. I had kids early. And then I became a stay-at-home mom. And so now here we are. And now I'm 45 and it's too late. I tell that to myself all the time.
Oh, yeah. And we're not alone, which is why I'm glad we're talking on here, because it's not just for stay-at-home moms. Every mom feels guilty about something that they're not doing. Mm-hmm. So I feel like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
If you're a working mom, you feel guilty you're not doing enough for your family. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you don't feel like you're doing enough for your family. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like this as women, we are constantly striving for more, and we are enough. Mm-hmm. So it just makes me, everywhere I go now, every woman I see, if I have something good to say, even a stranger, I say it now. I'm like, fabulous skirt.
Yeah. I try to do that too. Yeah. Like with patients, I try and find something
do that all the time.
To compliment them on. Yeah.
Literally every single person.
Because think about it. Like if you walk into a grocery store and they're like, you look beautiful today, that makes your day. And it's such a simple act of kindness that can make, and it's genuine. I don't make stuff up.
And I'm going to say something about that, so why? So I have deeply dived into why, because I have my superpower of having the friendship, which I know the minute I met Lyanette, that was like the first thing she recognized about me. And the truth is, I have which is rare. I have friends that will fly me into town, buy me a car, rent me a house, do anything go lengths. And I kept thinking, why? Why do I deserve this? Because I'm so hard on myself. And then I realized the gift that I have that I think is rare is I completely believe if you're my friend, you know it. Mm-hmm. You know that you can call me in the middle of the night and you can say, Lyanette can say, I did something. It was a moment of heat and passion, but I really need you over here. And I say, okay, I'm going to bring the ingredients that I learned on Breaking Bad and a shovel, and I won't tell anybody. Let's get off the phone immediately so ChatGPT doesn't know what we did.
Damn, that's a true friend. That's a true friend.
As long as it ain't my daddy.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. That's so funny.
So what I'm saying is I think that's my superpower is just like you said, how you say something nice about that person or someone says that. So how you feel about a person, the reason you're so drawn to them, really, it's everything is selfish in our like just innately is how that person makes you feel about you.
Yeah.
And that goodness and that feeling, that's all it is. That's what I'm giving. I can't think of anything else. Well, I can't buy and do all these things. Yes, I can cook a meal here and there, but even that nowadays is like harder. But that's what I do because it's genuine. Mm-hmm. If you get a compliment from me, because I don't throw them a lot out there, maybe Lyanette, because I find her very attractive. Just saying.
Thank you.
But if I throw a compliment to you, catch it, keep it, put it in your pocket, because it's the truth. Yeah. I will not lie to you.
Yeah.
Because if I try, you'll know.
I'm a terrible liar.
So that was number one.
That's why I suck at this.
No, you're fine. And that's why I'm the hostess with the mostest, so I can keep us on track.
Going. Okay.
Okay.
This one is
number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is harsh. You want external validation more than you admit. When people empty the pan of your cornbread, yes, they know about my cornbread recipe, and ask for a recipe, you feel deeply validated. That's beautiful, but also a clue. You may tie your worth to being praised, needed, or celebrated by others. If they don't respond how you hope, your self-worth can take a hit. That's dangerous. You need to build a version of you that stands tall, even if no one claps. Yeah.
Dang.
That was hard.
How do you?
Well, you are 2 on the Enneagram, and you guys.
Yeah, but I will say that I have cut back, and maybe ChatGPT doesn't know that. I used to do every meal train, do all kinds of crazy stuff.
But that's still within you. And you can't fool ChatGPT. It's still, that shiny version is still in there.
Right.
But you're slowly.
I will say that the thing I only have to say back to that, and I'm not trying to be defensive, is I do recognize that this ultimate people pleasing part of me. And I have actually recognized that was so the problem is when you're a child, and this is a common thing and a great thing, when you always get only praised for the things you do, not just as you are, you then think that I need to do an act in order to get love back from you. Mm-hmm. And that's not true, because the truth is all these people that I said who will have my back and do anything for me, all my friends, they do it for free. Yeah. I'm not doing anything actually. It's so that's the way I need to think.
Yeah. All right. What's number 3?
Your optimism might be a shield. You're relentlessly positive, and it's inspiring. But sometimes relentless optimism is a way to avoid hard feelings, resentment, grief, loneliness, regret. Those emotions deserve space too. You can't heal what you won't feel. I love that line. When you gloss over pain, you delay your evolution.
Wow.
That's deep. I like that.
She's dropping mics left and right today.
Yeah, she is.
Damn.
And I will say something to this too. I think there's no like barometer on how fast you need to like move. But I will say that from 2020, and maybe it's not seen online, but from 2020, I've gone miles. I really have. So
You have.
that's the problem where I told you that I had all these like feelings. Like, I'm like, no, Chatty, I got something to say. I'm trying.
You should tell her that after this.
that's what I was just thinking.
Listen, Chatty Patty. Call her Chatty Patty.
Listen,
I've been
Linda.
doing these things and see what she says. Well, that's what you think. And this is why you're not quite there.
That's actually probably a really good follow-up question.
Yeah, we need a
Because
follow-up
you may
question.
think, not saying that, I mean, I know you've done a lot of work
wanna
and things
know,
like that, but there.
Oh, yeah. She called me out.
Yeah.
No, I'm curious to say, like, listen, I've been to therapy and I've done this and this and this and this.
I mean, I don't know anybody who's done as much as therapy as I have.
you
So
know a lot.
and the thing is, I get that question asked. People's like, if they hear like one sad story of my life that I'm willing to share, they ask like, but I don't understand. Why are you so happy all the time if you had some shitty things happen to you?
You are very optimistic, that's for sure.
So my saying, and this is, I see the light because I've been in the dark.
Yeah.
All right. So this one's really good. This might be my favorite. Number 4, you might be afraid of truly claiming your power. You're smart, driven, passionate, but stepping into leadership, writing that book, starting that company demands a level of self-ownership that might scare you. Why? Because deep down, you may still be asking for permission to rise, permission to not be just a mom, wife, or helper. Stop waiting. No one's going to hand you your worth. You have to take it.
Oh.
Like, I'm literally sitting here with my mouth just open. Because, oh my gosh.
So I was going to say, out of all 3 of us, because I have been using this longer than you guys, because it helped me write my intro to the cornbread recipe I entered into the magazine, and it's helped me with, resume. Like, I've done a lot of that. So I think and I learned about it from a mom going through similar things as me, I think a year ago. So it's helpful. Okay. Let me go number 5. You're overthinking and underacting. You have incredible intentions, but intention without execution is a silent killer.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Chatty Patty, you bitch.
She's a bitch. That was good. That was hilarious.
Dang. She's putting mirrors right in front of us. That's what she's doing.
It's so great. So for the listeners listening to it, we have to write the title in some like way to grab people, because we're telling people like, hey, do this like exercise and then write us.
Yeah.
Like, and how do they write you, Lyanette?
Well, I have a website that you can contact me from there. It's virago247.net. And then my email is virago247podcast@gmail.
Can you repeat that?
virago247podcast@gmail. And then the website is www.virago247.net.
Awesome. Silent killer. You're likely spending too much time, researching, planning, imagining the right way to re-enter your career or start your business. But clarity comes from action, not thought. You need to get messy, make mistakes, and build momentum now. Not when it feels perfect. I'm telling you, she calls me out like she my mama.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
She's not wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we're calling her she. I know my ChatGPT is a she.
Mine's a hot guy.
She's a spicy female. Oh, yours is a hot guy? I don't want a hot guy saying these things to
Mine
me.
is a hot guy. Oh yeah, you might be kind of right.
I want a woman with glasses on, that looks intelligent telling me about myself.
Mine's a hot, smart guy.
Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want.
Is that it?
Yeah.
How does she end it though?
She's like, get on it, damn it.
I know. Like,
And I wrote, wow, thanks.
is that what you said to her? Wow,
I
thanks.
treated her like my friend. And I really like wrote period. I wrote, wow, period. Thanks.
And what'd she say? My bad.
She said, you're welcome. That response, the wow, thanks, tells me that you felt the truth in those words.
Oh, damn.
Yes, bitch, I did. Goodness gracious. And you know what? I don't have a potty mouth. The fact that I'm even letting it loose,
You
I'm
don't
like,
even say
I'm
stuff
just
like
trying
that.
to show the emphasis in how I feel. She said, that's powerful. Most people flinch from uncomfortable truths. You didn't. That alone separates you from the crowd. So I appreciate it.
Because you said, wow. She's like, okay. She thinks it's wonderful.
I'm like, ouch.
I feel like she didn't read that part well. You
No.
was flinching a little bit.
Yeah.
I said, ouch.
So now we need to do something with all this, ladies. I know I am. I was conversing with mine. I'm like,
did your
we
so
need a
mine
plan.
already gave me a plan? And
Oh, no,
yours
I
too?
have-
And we're
oh,
gonna-
I have
and
a
we're gonna-
plan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get a plan.
I have a whole plan. So you're going to have to ask it after this, Brie, and get your plan. And she literally, or he, in your case, will break it down and a full-on plan. Like, not just like a little plan.
Be a couple parts. I think
Oh,
this might
yeah.
be part one because
Yeah.
I think we need to say, maybe we do it and then we go back and say what our plan was and if we followed it and stuff like that.
I think it's
We
great.
can talk about
Yeah.
it.
I think so because I wasn't expecting when I did it. It was just, I heard it on the radio show, something fun to do. I was not expecting this. It just has fueled me because it's so honest and so true. And if I'm going to be honest with myself, yes, 1,000%.
And I feel
So
like
what do
because
we
you
do?
shared it with us, we all committed to coming in.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's probably a sign that you as our leader, take me
Fearless
to
leader.
your leader.
Except I can't.
Take me to.
I wish we had a video. Oh, I can do it with my left hand, not my right hand.
I can do it with both.
The signal. What is the
know if I
signal?
can.
I come in peace.
Wait, what movie is it
Is
from?
that Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Oh,
for sure.
God.
Oh, my bad. Star Trek.
It's not Nanu, but
No,
that's
that's
Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, Mork and Mindy. But anyways, I can do it with my left hand. but
Dad's
not my
gonna look
right
out
hand.
here and be like, what are they doing? We're all like,
No, so I think
Yeah.
that might be something that you because it worked. We made it happen.
Yes.
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's what you need to do is give us these assignments because it's kind of fun.
This was fun.
Maybe like the summer
It's
is
eye-opening.
like school.
Virago school out for summer, except for us.
But we're in school. Why
Except
don't we
for
go
us.
that way?
Viragos.
Or summer school.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, I like it.
I completely love that. I think we need to stay on this path. We are going to follow what ChatGPT is telling us, and I know I am. I'm putting a whole thing together. I think because we are fatigued from reading these results, we're just gonna skip. I had a Virago vault. I had a question that was submitted, but we'll read that next
No,
time.
I want to hear it.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think this is heavy.
Oh. Damn.
I'll read it next time.
It was a heavy.
Oh, okay.
recording. Is that
No,
fair?
Shiny's exhausted. I'm excited.
I honestly felt so like validated in the things that I feel and think and,
And I like
say.
that we all have different reactions.
I
Yeah,
love it.
I think
Yeah.
that's cool.
Shiny's
Yeah.
reaction is like, that bitch. And our reaction is like, yes.
I love you, Chatty.
We are motivated. We were going to conquer the world.
It's not that bitch like you're wrong. It's that bitch like, okay, you
That
called me
bitch
out.
put
I
it-
will do
yeah.
it. Fine.
Putting
All
up
right.
a mirror to my face that
I
I
think
didn't
it gave
want.
me clarity.
Yeah,
and
it gave me clarity.
validation.
It's good. I mean,
Sorry,
it's a
Shiny.
lovingly bitch.
All right,
So,
Shiny.
okay.
Since you have a quote,
Yes.
we're going to end with this.
Okay, so Jane Austen, who we all love, she Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, all that. So she says, "The distance is nothing when one has a motive." So I thought it works for us today.
Oh, I like
Right?
that. The distance is nothing when one has a motive.
Now let's get working. Okay?
You better work, bitch.
We're
And
gonna
that can be taken so many million ways.
we're gonna put our we're gonna put our feelings aside, and we're gonna analyze what she told us, and we're gonna make things happen.
Yeah.
'Cause
And we're
that's
gonna
what about.
reconvene.
That's what we're about here.
Absolutely.
About making shit
we're about
happen.
action, satisfaction.
We're not gonna be content
Guaranteed.
because that's another question I asked her. I know we're wrapping up, but I did ask her, should I just be content with my life the way it is? Or should I keep pursuing what I'm doing? She gave me a whole thing to that. She's like, you're fooling yourself if that's what you think you want, is to be content.
Yeah. And you wouldn't be asking that question.
I know. That's what she said. She's like, and you wouldn't be asking the question if you really didn't. Like, no, she told me the same thing.
Yeah.
Are you ChatGPT? I know. All right, girls. It's been so fun. I love you ladies so much. It's always so great getting together. Yeah. Go ask ChatGPT what the brutal honesty if you're willing to hear it.
And please, like, feel free to reach out.
Oh, we want to know.
We would love to hear from you.
Oh my gosh, we would love to read some stuff because yeah. And then we can cheer you on.
Yeah.
Put your goals together and your action plan, and let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
All right, love you, ladies.
Love you too.
All right, bye.
Bye, Viragos.
Thank you so much for listening to Virago 24/7. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And please give us 5-star ratings. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Virago24_7 and on Facebook at Virago24/7. And just connect with us and share your story. We'd love to hear from you.